Coach.
I know that going into this, toughness was a big message for you. It seemed like from the opening tip, you guys were the tougher team. How proud are you of the way they responded?
Yeah, it obviously, with the way things went in the second half up in Minneapolis, whatever it was a couple months ago, that's what really defines this team. Since that game, you look at Minnesota, Ben Johnson's done an absolutely phenomenal job with this group, and they really pride themselves on winning the glass, winning the 50-50 game. And I thought early our guys set the tone. It was Josiah, again, that got 2 offensive rebounds early in the game. And I think they had 5 offensive rebounds. Now, they led to points in that first half, but much better job overall than what happened in the first half. And I think the best sign for us is when the ball was not going in the basket and some really weird things happened. Casey misses a wide open layup on the first play. Sam has a ball that looked like it went in and then all of a sudden bounced out. Casey had 2 wide open threes. We missed a couple other easy ones, and we still had an 8-point lead at halftime. So, if our guys continue to buy into that, that's not always easy to continue to defend and continue to grind out possessions when the ball's not going in the basket. It's human nature sometimes to get a little deflated, but I thought our guys pretty much all the way through. We had one little minute and a half stretch where they cut, I think, the 12-point lead down to 6, got a big basket to put it back to 8, and then I thought the aggressiveness we came out with in the second half was exactly where we needed it to force it back to double digits, and had a good half. Our movement was better, I thought, in the second half, and our guys finished plays. It's not very often. I think it was Rink, CJ, Casey, and Sam, I think, go 0 for 11 combined from 3, and we still find a way, to win a game by double digits. So just really proud of the guys. You need to keep that defensive edge. I like how we're playing right now, and just got to continue to go out there and next one focus on a really good Ohio State team that's had a couple of the best wins in the conference here in the past week.
Do you feel like you were able to limit Minnesota, make them uncomfortable offensively?
Well, I think the biggest thing was just finishing possessions. We didn't do that the first time that we played, and they had a lot to do with it. Their physicality just overwhelmed us in that second half, and believe me, we watched a lot of those clips and we talked a lot about it these last 3 or 4 days heading into this one. And our guys have had great prep. That's what I talked about. We need to have the 2 best days of prep of the year after a big road win. After our first road win in conference, we can't have a letdown. We knew we were going to have as good a crowd as we've had all year, and we need to get them into the game early. And I thought we did that with hustle plays. We didn't do it with making shots, but we did it with hustle plays, which I know this fan base appreciates as much as anything. So, just found a way to continue to go out there and play when the ball wasn't going in, and that's a great sign when you have a team that will do that and battle through those bad stretches of offense.
You see 22 tonight. How much are you appreciating that it feels like it's kind of a different guy every night that sort of steps into that role?
Yeah, it was good to see Juwan step up and knock down shots. Jamarcus came off the bench again and hit some really timely shots for us again. Bryce, I thought, was really consistent all the way through. Even the guys that didn't make shots, I thought, played well. CJ had a great assist to, I think it was to Rink, or no, it might have been to Josiah, actually. And, all those guys I just thought went out and played the right way. And, when you do that, you get rewarded for it. So, just need to bounce back. We got an off day tomorrow and get ready, like I said, for Thursday night's game.
You said after the loss to Maryland that you crumpled up the sheet for the physical exercise and, ramped up practice. Now that you're getting into March, the end of the season, what are practices looking like?
Yeah, it's we're still getting. We'll get after it on what'll be Tuesday. We'll get after. We'll have a good high load day, and then we'll back off on Wednesday for I guess a 5:30 Central Time start, 6:30 Eastern, and just that's right now what it's about. I mean, I'm not going to wear them out. We're playing. It's actually the least amount of games we've played with this recent stretch we've had after the bye week. Had an off day and 2 days of prep. That's what these last 3 have been, and you got to take advantage of this time. I think the only game left is the Rutgers game when we play Thursday, and they have 2 days of prep without an off day. So, you take advantage of it. You give them a good off day. We track their jumps to see what their numbers are like, and that tells us how fresh their legs are. And our guys' jumps right now are as good as they've been all season. So, we've tried to put a plan together. I know I've complimented our sports science department a lot over the years, and they do a phenomenal job of setting up the week, what it should look like. And as you pointed out, going after the Maryland game, I didn't like what I saw. We had to come in and beat the hell out of them basically for 3 days, and they've been better since then. So, our guys are locked in, man. They've really done a good job of following game plan, scout discipline, all the things you have to have. And again, you got to win ugly at times in this league and in this business. I think this is 4 in a row now. We've won by double digits, so we just got to keep fighting, keep grinding, and get them ready for Thursday.
How close at this point in the year do you think this team is to maybe your expectations for them, where you thought they would be back in the summer as the season goes on, going into the
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I one thing I knew when we put this group together is I love their mentality and I love their togetherness, and that's what they're showing, and they've shown it all year. When you look at what we've done, I think this is our 20th win of the season now, so they've really bonded, found a way through adversity to stay together. Obviously last game we got a much needed road win and then followed that up with a really good performance. So, I like the way we're playing. Just like I said, you got to keep it going. You can't exhale right now. This is too important. It's too big at this time of the year to have a letdown. We got to keep moving in the right direction.
Made runs in March with the way that this group is kind of coming together late in the year, playing some of its best ball. You seeing maybe them take on the right belief and mindset of a team that is ready to make a jump?
Well, I hope so, Robin. We're not skipping ahead to March yet. We got to continue to take care of what's in front of us. I think we got one more game in February, and I liked how we played last year in February. So just got to keep going out there and playing. One game at a time, which, I know I use that stupid ass cliche a lot, but it's what it's all about. One game at a time, and hopefully we can play a complete game at Ohio State on Thursday.
Is there something to the February runs last year, this year? Is that like a thing that you...
It's a good question. I just, it's obviously different with different teams, but, I like the way that group was, I liked what they were all about last year. Obviously with Bandamel and Gary going down, we found a way to play some really good basketball at the end of that season. This year, we've just continued to take steps in the right direction, and we're going to have to continue with that.
Fred, what was it about this game that brought so much intensity and energy out of your team?
Well, it's really been the last, energy for us all year I think has been one of the positives for this team, but it's, they put it on us that first game, and, our guys didn't like how that game finished. And I give them a lot of credit for finding a way to battle back and play, a tough basketball game for 40 minutes. I mean, you look at what Minnesota has done going into this game. I think they'd won 5 of 7. The 2 they lost at Purdue, they had a 10-point lead in the second half, and at Iowa, they had a 20-point lead with 10 minutes to go, and Garcia goes down. So this team coming in is as hot as anybody in the Big Ten. So I'm proud of our guys for finding a way to get a big win, a double-digit win against a hell of a basketball team. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Yep.